Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. So for this month, we are learning a little bit about the traditional Chinese medicine fire element. And so to keep it simple, the fire element is represented by the heart meridian, and that heart meridian is located from your armpit down the inside of your arm to your pinky. So just think a lot of real estate in the arm. And then another key point is that the heart and mind are linked together. So I want you to think about peaceful mind, compassionate heart, emotional balance. And then the last piece that we're going to kind of dig in a little bit today is that fire is transformational energy. And I want you to think about that transformational energy as simply change. So that's what I've nicknamed the class today. The class is titled today, Fire is Change Energy. Okay, friends, welcome to class. I'm going to meet you on the mat. So let's start in a tall seat. And so allow yourself to have comfort on your lower body, and you don't necessarily have to come to the floor if you're not ready to do that. Okay, let's integrate that quality of compassion with Padma Mudra. So what I'd like you to do is place the pinkies together, the heels of the palms together, and then the thumbs together. So it makes like this little crown-like hand gesture. Okay, and then once you have the pinkies together, the thumbs together, the heels of the palms together, relax your shoulders down. And see if you can start to align your head over your heart. And then simply start observing. Right, so this change and shifting requires us to know what is here now. Right, so maybe you notice your physical body. Right, maybe you notice your energy. Maybe the pace of your thoughts. Okay, not trying to change anything, just becoming aware of what is here now. Starting from that place of a compassionate heart. Okay, release the mudra, let your hands be palms down by your sides, and then we're going to introduce an arm movement. So allow your arms to reach up about shoulder height, and when they get to about shoulder height, flip your palms up. Take a breath in here. And then when you're ready to exhale, flip your palms down and lower your hands down. Okay, that's the movement. Do that 2 more times. Right, inhale, lift. When you get to your shoulder height, flip your palms up. And when you're ready to exhale, flip your palms down and lower down. Okay, just notice the rhythm. 1 more. Okay, now we're going to shift the nervous system by adding B breath and notice what changes. Okay, inhale, up to the shoulders, flip your palms. Exhale, begin that humming breath as you flip your palms and lower down. Repeat that 2 more times. Mm. Right, and you definitely notice that when you change that breathing pattern, the exhale lengthens and then the movement slows down. Right, so already trying to introduce that calm element into reducing your stress. Let's drop into a little bit of shoulder opening. Let's take the left hand across the midline and then drop the right arm underneath and then bend your elbow. Okay, so nice and easy. You can pull the shoulder forward if that feels good to you. Just find some place where you're easing the tension basically at the back of the heart. All right, so give yourself to find that Goldilocks place. And now let's bow the head to the heart. So drop your chin towards your chest. Okay, feel yourself breathe into your body. All right, notice how your breath has changed here. Okay, one more. Release the arms, come back to a tall place. And this time you're going to flip your palms up and down at the floor. So maybe draw your thumbs backward, back of palms, and then flip your thumbs upward, palms up. So do that a couple of times, just getting into moving the arms and the shoulders. Notice what you feel. Okay, release that arm movement, and then let's have that opener on the other side. You're going to take your right arm across the midline, tuck it into the elbow on the other side. Okay, be curious and find just the right spot for you, so move it around a little bit. And then allow your head to bow to your heart. All right, so the mind and heart are linked together. Notice how you're breathing. All right, so fire is changing energy, transformational energy. But when we become unaware of that fire energy, sometimes the fire burns too hot, burns everything down. Or maybe we can kind of slow and guide that fire to make space for new and for change in the direction that we want to go in. Okay, allow the crown of your head to come up, release your arms, maybe have that little flip your palms, relax your shoulders. So when fire is out of balance in the mind, it shows up as maybe restlessness or anxiety. So let's ground the body down by coming down onto our back with our knees bent. Have a strap and a block around. Okay, and then once you've come down onto the mat, let's begin. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And if you like that movement, you can move around, or maybe you pause in stillness. All right, so you can change your mind. You can do a little bit of stillness, a little bit of movement. Okay, now let's cross that right ankle over the left leg and then gently press that right knee out to the side. So now we've moved into the pelvis, and all I would like you to do is put just a little bit of pressure on your right hand as you draw your knee back up, so there's a little bit of pressure. Notice where you feel it. And then a little bit of resistant pressure as you press down. Okay, take that movement. You go as big or as small as you want. If you feel the movement shifting up to your neck, make it smaller. All right, see if you can keep that stabilizing energy below your neck. Okay, the next time you ease your knee out to the side, draw that bottom knee to you, and then allow yourself to relax here into that number 4 stretch. And when you have the benefit of practicing at home, you can prop that bottom leg up on a wall, on a couch. You can offer yourself just a little more care if that suits you. Okay, notice how the energy is changing. Notice how the sensation is changing. Okay, now let's ease out of the stretch. Let that bottom of the foot come down. Let's drop into 2 rounds of that zip up breath. So when you're ready to breathe in, soften through your abdomen and your body. And then when you're ready to breathe out, shorten the space between your navel and your pubic bone. And then imagine zipping into a tight pair of jeans at the end of the exhale. Just pause for 1 Mississippi. And then your inhale, release all of that tension. Okay, repeat that 1 more time. Ease the body into that tight pair of jeans, lifting the pelvic floor, and then softening. Okay, let's begin the other side. Draw that left knee into your chest. All right, so change of mind, change of heart. You can move around a little bit. You can find stillness. Just allow yourself to tap into what is it that you need. You know, it went a very, very long time before I ever started to ask myself, what is it that I need? Okay, fire likes to move. Let's cross that left ankle over the right. And then nice and easy, that gentle pressing with that left hand, a little bit of resistance as you press down, a little bit of resistance as your knee comes up. Notice where you feel it. Right, and the same thing, if you feel like the chain has moved into your neck, Make it a little softer so that you can stabilize with your core muscles in the center of your body. Okay, now we're going to shift that energy into a stretch. Draw that bottom leg up. All right, so find comfortable arms. Right, maybe take support from some furniture or your wall. And then once you set that external world, maybe close your eyes and start to sense that internal sensation, right? That interoception. Start in the place that's the loudest, right? So maybe it's your buttock, maybe it's your knee or your ankle, right? Maybe it's your arms. And then give that sensation your full attention. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, notice if your mind is wandered away. That's okay. Call yourself back. Feel yourself breathe into your body. And as you breathe out, release this pose, unstack, and then drop into that fiery core breathing. Okay, let's take 2 rounds. Slowing your exhale down to zip into that tight pair of jeans. Feel what's happening at your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. Releasing all of that tension when you soften and breathe in. Okay, let's release that breathing practice. Drop right into your natural breathing. And we're going to have a movement here from the bottom. So let's start to build the movement. Draw that right knee in towards your chest. Draw that right knee over the midline. Right, so it doesn't have to go very far. Just find a comfortable place over the midline. Roll your pelvis back into the center. And then slide your right foot to the ceiling as you reach your arms overhead. Okay, so pause here for a moment. You get to choose the transition downward. So if you're taking care of your lower back, maybe you consider bending the knee and lowering the foot down. Or if lower back is okay and you feel like it's manageable for you, you do a lower the whole leg, right? So you choose, change your mind if you'd like. You're going to draw your heel down and then slide the heel all the way to the bottom of the mat and then pause there for a moment. Okay, take a breath into this open space. Okay, now let's begin again. Let your breath just find its rhythm. Knee into the chest. Knee over the midline, little twist. Rock it back into the center. And then fly it open, foot up, arms overhead. Use your exhale here to lower down in strengths, whether it's a long leg or bent knee. Draw your leg down and draw your arms down. Lengthen the leg at the bottom. Take a breath into your body. Okay, let's roll through that one more time. Knee into chest. Twist over to the side. Smooth, roll it back. Open it up. Now slow it down here. Take a breath into your body. Okay, as you start to exhale, gather your core strength as you lower your leg down, lower your arms down. Go slow. Lengthen your leg out at the end. Relax all of the tension and take a breath. Maybe you can notice your heart beating in your body. Okay, let's draw that heel back in. Let's drop right into the other side. Left knee into chest. Okay, little twist over the midline. Feel your way through. Rock it back. Arms up, leg up, pause. So this is where you slow it down. Breathe in. Use your exhale, use your core support, lower down. Lengthen your leg out and relax your whole body here. Take a breath. Right, so slowing that fire energy down on purpose. Let's have 2 more rounds. Right, knee in. Twist it over. Rock it back. Okay, fly it open and pause. Consciously drop into your inhale. Slow your exhale down and lower it down. Lengthen it out and relax the whole body here. Feel yourself. Take a breath. Okay, 1 round without my voice. Feel your way through. Release all of that tension from the body. Right? Soften your face, soften your shoulders. Feel yourself breathe. Okay, now let's ease that long leg back in. Grab a hold of the strap and then grab a hold of the different variations of block. I like to use that 2-inch larger block, but you can also use the regular size block. Okay, we're going to drop into some hamstring stretches here. You're going to use the strap on the bottom of the right leg. Okay, let's start first with that right leg lengthening out. Okay, once you have your leg lengthened out, send your right heel towards the right. Okay, so that's going to drop your toes towards the left and your right heel or your heel out to the right. And then you're going to take that right leg over the midline, so let it go over the top of the other knee, and then drop the left knee over the midline. Right, so both legs are stacked on top of each other. Okay, give yourself a moment and notice the sensation at the outside of the knee, the outside of the leg, the outside of the hip. And just taking a different variation of the hamstring stretch today. And allow yourself to breathe into the sensation. Okay, notice where you feel it. Let the leg come back into neutral and back into that 12 o'clock. Right, switch hands with the strap. And now you're going to take the heel over to the left. Right, so turn the heel over to the left, toes go to the right, and then start to ease your leg out to the right. This is where I like to grab the block, that big block, place it onto its tall side, and then lean it in until it catches my leg. Right, so the leg doesn't have to go all the way out to the side. If you like it to go down a little bit lower, you can change the height of the block. If you're using the regular size block, maybe you pitch it up on the tall side and make it at an angle. Right, so give yourself time to change your mind on how you're propping. Right, so remember, fire likes to just move fast. Right, so we slow it down, take your time, and then once you found your comfortable propping, I'd like you to energize that leg. Right, so imagine pressing the heel towards the wall, and then notice how the sensation starts to change. Right, so fire energy is transformational, it's changing energy. Okay, notice where you feel it. Okay, gather into your center your core strength as you draw both knees back towards the midline. Release the strap and then stack that top leg over the bottom leg. And then allow yourself to rock gently from side to side. So it's just a little tiny twisting. Right, be curious about your breath. Okay, let's set up for the other side. Unstack your leg, place the strap on the left leg. Okay, the strap goes in the right hand. Send your heel out towards the left, right? So start to turn your heel towards the left, toes go towards the right. And then take your left leg over the midline. Bottom leg goes over the midline. And then notice the sensation on this side. And it's just very interesting. The sensations are totally different from my left and right leg, even in top and bottom. Right, so just be curious about what's here now. So we use that mindful awareness to observe, release judgment or criticism. Because when we can observe what is actually here, we can respond and then make a decision. What's going to work for us? Okay, just notice where you feel it. See if you can soften your face. See if you can soften that top leg just a little bit more. Okay, maybe you notice that the intensity changed a little bit. And now let's take it back through the center. Let your leg come back into that neutral place. Switch the straps. Switch the blocks. Okay, it starts with the heel moving towards the right. And then begin opening that leg to the left. Use the block to prop your leg. So if you find you're tensing your arms, really trying to hold the leg, give yourself time to readjust the propping. Right? So we're not wanting too much tension to be in the arm. And just putting the leg in a position to open and stretch without straining through the arm, the neck, or the face. Okay, and then notice, where are you holding? Give yourself a moment and see if you can soften just a little bit more. Right, so most of the time we're holding on to tension that we don't even know, right? Tension in the mind, unresolved emotions, tension in the heart. And just coming to that place of mindful awareness, softening the body. Take another breath here. Okay, now let's ease off the shape. Engage your core muscles. Draw it all the way back into the center. Relax that leg down. And then one round of that zip up breath. Feel yourself breathe. Okay, once you finish, lengthen your body out and then roll directly to the belly. Come up on your elbows for a low Sphinx pose. And then let's add that nervous system regulation here with the body. Once you come onto your belly, draw your left knee out to the side, right? So maybe roll a little bit to the right and draw your left knee out to the side. And then turn to look over your left shoulder. Okay, use your eyes, so you're side bending, use your eyes to gaze down towards your foot. Right, maybe you lower your body down if it feels more comfortable for you. Just remember, you can change your mind, change your heart. Now feel yourself breathe. Okay, let's find neutral. Slide out of this. Lower your body down. Rest your body down. And then take one round of B breath here. Just feel the vibration of your body. And then ease your way into the shape on the other side. Prop up on your elbows. Slide that right knee out. Okay, using that side bending, looking over that right shoulder. All right, so using the body shape to regulate the nervous system. Use your eyes to look down at your foot. Feel yourself breathe. Okay, now let's ease out of the shape into child's pose. Okay, and just notice the energy that's here. Okay, now let's change the energy just a little bit by lifting the pelvis up. Okay, so lift the pelvis up. Keep your elbows bent. Let your head hang down. And just notice the energy in this pose. Just a variation of the puppy pose. And then let's have one last add-on. Slide both palms forward and then press through your palms, activate your palms. All right, so this is called puppy pose or anahata pose or heart pose. Okay, notice where you feel in your body. Lightly press through your palms. Okay, now let's ease out of the shape and then make our way to standing. Okay, so once you make your way to standing, let's come back to consciously shifting our arms. So let your arms drift up to about your shoulder height. Flip your palms up and then begin inhaling, reach your arms up. Exhaling, palms forward, little bend as if you're going to run your hands down a waterfall. Okay, so inhale, flip your palms at your shoulders, keep breathing in. Run your hands down the waterfall, little bend in your knees, relax your shoulders as you breathe out. Okay, concentrate, flip. Now sense the energy changing as you reach up. And sense that energy changing as you bend in. Okay, the next time you reach up, bend at your elbows, and then maybe your forearms are in front of your head. Maybe they're on top of your head. Just find something, or maybe they're even behind your head, right? Find something that's comfortable for you. Put a little bit, just a little bend in your knees, anchor through your legs, ground down as we side bend over to the left. Okay, so feel your side body opening on one side. Come back through the center. Relax your arms down, release your shoulders, feel that energy changing. And then let's begin again. Reach your arms, flip, breathe in. Drop it down through the center, relax down. Keep going. Flip this time when you reach. Bend at your elbows. Energize your legs, put a little bend, ground down, and then bend over to the right. Right, sensing one side of the body expanding and one side of the body contracting. Okay, now ease your way back into center. Release your arms down. And then from your standing pose, reach your hands behind you as if you were going to hold a ball behind your back. So you're opening through your chest. Imagine holding the ball, put a little pressure on the ball, and then tune into your posture. Head over heart. And then notice what your ribs are doing, right? Ribs kind of like to flare in a back bend, but allow your ribs to be down and let the opening come from your chest. Okay, nice and easy. Take a breath in there. Okay, release that hold, and then same thing. You're going to drop your thumbs down and drop your thumbs up. Let the movement happen at the shoulders. Okay, so now we're going to prepare to balance. All right, so maybe you have a wall handy or a chair handy. Let's put a little bend in the knees, ground down through the legs as you shift your weight over to the left. And let's find that tree leg on the right. So draw that knee out. Okay, maybe start to lift that foot, place it on your leg somewhere. And then once you become steady, place your hands back into that compassionate mudra, Padma mudra. Notice what your breath is doing. Okay, now release your hands, release your leg, put a little bend in your knees, drop into a little chair. All right, so anchoring into our legs in yoga reduces anxiety, right? So feel your legs, feel your leg strength. And then come back up. And let's find that tree pose on the other side. So shift over into the right, open up. Right, maybe this time you start with that compassionate mudra as you ease your body into that tree balance. Okay, notice what your mind is doing while you're balancing. All right, encourage yourself to try. Release the balance, stand tall once again. Okay, so check in. Head over heart. Begin reaching your arms behind you again. Think about holding that ball. And then notice your posture. Right, drop those ribs, maybe energize your legs a little bit. Right, notice what's happening with your breath. Okay, release that, step wide, bend in, and let's have that twisting movement where you draw one shoulder forward, and then you relax into shifting your weight and the other shoulder forward. Okay, so smooth that fire energy out by moving in a relaxed way. All right, allow the twist to feel good. Okay, ease into the center, come back up to the top, and come back to steady mountain. Drop into your posture. Okay, so we're going to take a different way into warrior one. Step the left leg forward. Bend into that left knee. Okay, once you're here, place your hands back into that Padma Mudra. All right, sense your head above your heart. Drop your ribs down into that neutral place. All right, accessing your core. And take a breath in. And take a breath out. And then while you're here, you're going to take your right arm under, left arm over, and come back into that half eagle arm. Maybe press your elbows down, releasing tension from your upper back. All right, just notice where you feel it in the body. Okay, now let's ease out of the arm shape, step backwards. And then step the right leg forward. Bending into your warrior one shape. Come back to the mudra. And then notice how you're breathing. Right, that natural rhythm of energy changing with your breath. Okay, let's move into those eagle arms. Take your left arm under and then press your elbows downward. And just be curious of the sensation at the upper back. Okay, now ease out of those eagle arm variation. Step your front leg back. Place your hands behind your body. And we're going to start to ease the body into a forward fold. So put a little bend in your knees. Okay, start to draw the body into a forward fold. Go slow. Run the hands down the backs of your legs. Okay, now we're going to change the energy a little bit. Once you find your fold, press your feet down into the earth, energize your legs, and then press the backs of your hands into your legs to draw your body forward. Okay, so it's a light press with your hands. Energize your legs. Keep breathing. Right, and if the fire feels too intense, let yourself ease off and then maybe make your way back in. And feel the intensity of this forward fold. Okay, now release out. Put a little bend in the knees. Draw your body back up slowly. And then last round. Arms by your sides, palms up, breathe in. Relaxed exhale, waterfall down. Feel the energy shift. One more. Okay, release the movement, and then let's bring the body down onto the mat. And once you make your way all the way down onto the mat, we're going to have a supported bridge pose. So maybe you like the regular size block for that supported bridge pose. I happen to like that low block or blanket. So choose which one's going to work for you, and then ease the block underneath the pelvis. Okay, so once you have set yourself up into that bridge pose, let your arms be out by your sides, palms up. So energetically, when your palms are up, the heart is open to receive. Open heart, open mind. Turn your attention to sensing your breath at your nose. Maybe you can notice the air is a little cooler on the inhale and a little warmer on the exhale. Paying attention to those supple changes. Allows us to direct that changing energy. Right? Energy is always changing. Right? Simply be with that change as the breath comes in and out. Release out of this bridge pose. Remove the prop. And if your energy's a little restless, you can sway or twist a windshield wiper, or maybe you just start to move directly into that last posture of class. Okay, taking whatever propping to allow the body to settle. All right, soften your eyes, reduce the input from the external world. And start to go inward. Sense yourself breathing to your heart space. And then breathe from your heart out to your arms. And then breathe from your heart out to your legs. And then allow your breath to settle at your center. Light breath, light heart. Okay, drop under that thinking mind into the deeper water and sense the change below the surface. Your aliveness in your body, pulsing and tingling in your hands and in your feet. Just continue to rest here and notice that changing energy within. Okay, take a deeper breath into your body. And then ask yourself that thoughtful question, what does your heart need? And then listen. Okay, if you'd like to join me with closing class with 3 chants of Om, come to a tall seat. This beautiful practice of yoga that allows us to be with that changing energy in life. Okay, prepare. Om. 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 The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.